Arcade Heroes.
Hey everyone, it's been a little while since I've put up a video. Just been really busy, got a new camera as well, so we're going to see how that works out. But today what I'm going to do is a video that I meant to do not long after I'd finished my IAAPA videos, and that's checking out IAAPA flyers. Got quite a few to look at, so these are flyers I picked up from the IAAPA 2015 trade show down in Orlando, Florida, and just give you a look at how these game companies are marketing their games, which is often still done through old school flyers. Still lots of nice ones that they make out there. Nothing really cheesy like they used to do, but a few interesting things to find, so let's get to it. Okay, so just using my IAAPA folder here. Let's just start from the top. This is, as you can see, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games Arcade Edition, and this came out in Japan already. It was supposed to come out in February 2016 in the US, but there's a few delays, but it is in production now, being March 2016. And so this is the 4-player model that you saw at IAAPA. They have a 2-player model that doesn't have this overall marquee, but this just gets into a few of the experiences. Not all of the events were there, so maybe at the upcoming Amusement Expo trade show it'll have a different flyer that shows the complete set of events that you'll be able to play. I believe it's 10 total, but nice flyer. Cardstock is what it seems to use. And another one from Sega, and Sega and Nintendo rather. Luigi Mansion Arcade, which this was released previously in Japan, and it was a little bit of a surprise when it was finding its way over here. Now the version at IAAPA, which I'll throw the link up to the video there, was in Japanese, but this, as you can see, is all in English. And so perhaps at this upcoming trade show as well they'll have an English build there. This one is scheduled to launch in the USA come this summer sometime. They haven't announced the exact date yet, but a little bit different than the 3DS version, slightly higher resolution graphics and all of that stuff, of course, with the vacuum or Poltergeist 5000 light guns as they show there. So it was a fun game, just would have been nice to have it in English to really understand all of the mechanics behind it. Then we have Shenghua Technology. I probably butchered that. This was a Chinese company that was set up there. They did not have all these products that they were showing, although they did have this one, which is basically their copy or version of Namco's Ace Angler Redemption fishing game. These are huge everywhere, especially in Asia, but like Ace Angler, this has the fishing rod type controller with an LCD on it, so you can choose your bait. And really no difference from the Namco version. They have some variations. Kind of funny in this in this booklet here, they mention patented product, please do not counterfeit. Yet they're the ones counterfeiting Japanese companies all the time. This one looks a lot like the Play Mechanics and Ice's Kung Fu Panda Dojo Mojo, just different software, so it's not a complete rip-off, but you can definitely see the influences in the cabinet. Now this was the one that had heads turning at IAAPA, as it was a little bit different and wasn't completely counterfeited. A piano game or a keyboard game with the piano-shaped cabinet, and the one they had at IAAPA had the 2 players like they picture here. It's called Dream of Piano. Also mentions please do not counterfeit, but they have a single-player version as well. And then just them showing off more of their odd redemption pieces, which you rarely will find over here. Yeah, here's the single version of Piano Prodigy, as they call the single player, and another kids drumming game. This is a rip-off of the Catch Light combo idea that Chris Sport and Baron Games has, and another variation on that same concept. Their version of Sega's My music game, instead of a circular screen, a hexagonal screen, so that's a little different. And then some other crane-like products to be seen here. So that's Shenghua. And then Namco didn't really have any flyers, so to speak. They had this product brochure. Here's that Ace Angler game that I was talking about, and of course Galaga Assault, can't miss that one. Both of these games are out now in the US. Star Wars Battle Pod, of course, also out in the USA, been so since earlier last year. And this has a new Episode 7 level coming for it soon, this summer 2016. A little look at Pac-Man Feast, Redemption game, Time Crisis 5, the standard version with 42-inch screens. They were showing this off at IAAPA, the V5 Vortex, which is just kind of the ticket tornado, or that you put. It has tickets blowing around in it, and the hurricane simulator thing going for it. World's largest Pac-Man and Friends, which has Pac-Man and Galaga on a super large screen. Doesn't mention the size of the screen exactly in this brochure here, but this one's going to be released soon. What will be unique about each game is that they'll have a co-op mode for them. And promoting Mario Kart Arcade GP DX, which should have a software update coming soon via the internet. And I recently found out that this game does have an offline version, but only available in international markets, not in the US market so far, at least at this point. And Super Alpine Racer, just continued promotion of that. Lost Land Adventure and Dead Storm Pirate Special Edition, which we've covered before. And Pac-Man Battle Royale, and this is the no monitor version, which just allows you to get your own monitor to attach to it. And the ever-popular Pac-Man's Arcade Party, which they have the black and wood cocktail versions, as well as the Cabaret and the upright builds, which Cabaret's for home, upright's for commercial use. Doesn't have Miss Pac-Man. Just some of their instant prize redemption games, Drop the Hook and Powerhouse, Barber Cut Light, I guess still being made, and Pac-Man Basketball, Pac-Man Smash, the Air Hockey, Pac-Man Swirl, the Redemption game, Pac-Man. Sink the Ship is a mechanical redemption game that looks pretty cool in person. And Goal Line Rush, a football-themed game, and then you can put notes here if you really needed to. And then jumping over to Sega. For their brochure, this is where they promote the Mario Sonic and Luigi Mansion Arcade. Or Showdown, their Demolition Derby style racing game, and at IAAPA they had this model and the standard model there. These ones have the motion and huge screens. Sonic Dash Extreme and the Sonic Blast Ball redemption game. Transformers Human Alliance, they've actually discontinued this and this model, the 80-inch and the 42-inch. Currently just have the 55-inch theater model. Plants vs. Zombies The Last Stand is there. I've already talked about that before. Same thing with Storm Rider, which is the motorcycle one, and Storm Racer, which is the car one, but at IAAPA they showed for the first time the Motion Deluxe version with the moving seat. Surprisingly enough, Operation Ghost is still for sale. This is the sequel to Ghost Squad, although I'm pretty sure sometime this year that'll be discontinued. And then they still have Dream Raiders, their motion shooting game. Let's Go Safari, which doesn't have anything to do with the Let's Go Island or Jungle games. This is an edutainment kids game, but for that market, it's definitely a cool little piece. Magician's Will, I just saw a news release that this mechanical redemption game is out now. And this is where they're promoting more redemption stuff, such as their shooting galleries and double spin and snakes and ladders, basketball and air hockey games, the Sonic the Kitty Ride, Super Monkey Ball still for sale. And then their instant prize redemption games, Drop It, Win It. This is aiming to replace the Keymaster, which you see here. You've probably seen Keymasters all over the place. And just Prize Locker, which is the skill-based version, not a luck-based game. And that pretty much sums up Sega. And let's get over here to Simuline. So this is a motion theater company. They build motion seats, been doing so since the late 90s. And so this is just promoting like their Valkyrie shooting ride. A new version of this is coming out later this year. Not exactly sure how the hardware will change, but it's supposed to finally add a new game, because at the moment, if you were to come across one of these, there's only the zombie shooting game, the Project Hades, at this point. But this just gets into some of the details to that, or their Video Redemption kids game, Turbo Tunes, and their mobile X-Rider is down here, so they can build it into a trailer that can be taken around to different places. Just so you know, the X-Riders usually fall somewhere close to $100,000 for 4 seats. And then this is just promoting their film library, which has become nice and extensive. And XV1, a multi-motion dark ride vehicle, which was not at IAAPA, so other than what you see here, don't really know much about this one. And 4D Theatron, this is designed to create large theaters that all have motion seats. Kind of sort of like D-Box, but with more effects to it, as it has like a neck tickler and air blasts and water spray and stuff of that nature, and unique films. It's not built for whatever type of films that Hollywood's releasing. And this just gets into some of their customized projects that they can do. And just promoting one of their latest films, but that's Simuline. They're based out of South Korea. Next up is Valley Dynamo. This is a well-known American company, and this is promoting their new black hole coin-operated air hockey table, which was pretty cool because in this overhead bar, this is an actual color LCD screen. Under here is a wind blower, so when you lose, it blasts some wind in your face. And had lighting and sound and all that stuff. So they were saying this is about $8,000 suggested retail price, but it was a pretty cool looking air hockey table. So that's the flyer to promote that one. Bearing Games, another U.S. company. They do a lot of importation items, and this is their Galaxy Collision Quad Air hockey table, the Genesis air hockey table, which they've had for a while, redesigned Air Ride, which looks more like ice hockey as opposed to just regular air hockey. And it's just promoting a lot of their custom hockey designs where they can do different art skins for pretty much everything that they do. And the Kenty Pro Foosball for home. And World Tour Foosball for coin-operated use. So this was a pretty cool table. We talked about it on the website before, so you can find videos and posts about it there. But great little foosball table that's unique, has some unique features, and this is just getting into the custom designs. And Dolphin Star, this is a new Video Redemption kiddie ride. So video game, redemption game, kiddie ride, edutainment, all packed into one. This will go back and forth, and the child uses this, or the player uses that to turn the dolphin in the direction that they want to go. So interesting and inexpensive product there. And Bearing Games also does a number of kiddie rides, which what this gets into here. Kids basketball game. There's Catch the Light Combo, which they had before that, showing what technology people had it. This is just a reskinned version of the one that was released by, I believe it was Chris Sport, a year or two before. And then Allied Tank Attack, their motion video game that they did with Enjoy Motion. And then just some of the accessories like Puck Swap. That's Bearing Games. And what's done here, got Universal Space, or UNIS. Their booklet gets into a bit of stuff. A lot of these games may not see outside of the US, more in Asia. Strike Pro Fishing, that's coming out this month, another fishing game, but it was a little bit different. Really good graphics, surprisingly good graphics. Polar Igloo, kind of a response to the Fishbowl Frenzy. We're going to have the pachinko sort of thing going on there, but a video game. This gets into their inexpensive redemption game series, smaller cabinets. I think they're only about 2,000, maybe 3,000 each. So easy way to boost up your redemption. Hover Race, don't know much about this one other than what's in this flyer. As it was not at IAAPA. It just looks like a racing video game with a balance board platform, air hockey table, and promoting some of their other video redemption games. Panning for Gold, this we use as water. Ski Racer, another redemption game, skiing for kids. And Speedy Feet, almost kind of like a kids dancing game. Control pad there. You play that, stomp on things. Safari Ranger, lasso in the animals from the jungle and reel them in. And just more redemption product, some of which we've covered before. So they have quite an extensive library, and most of these games are listed on their website from what I've seen. And Mighty Moto, this is a kid's motorcycle game. Surfer Bike, this is kind of like Prop Cycle because you actually have to pedal, but it's more for kids. They're panning for gold there. Armed Resistance, one of my favorites from Eunice, a team-based robot battle game. A lot of fun. Definitely deserves more attention here in the States. And they've done some stuff with Roth Reels, so that's why you find their product in the Eunice catalogs. So I believe they handle some distribution for certain Roth Reels product in particular territories, China, I believe. This is Eunice's own After Dark light gun shooting game, which is kind of like Van Helsing. I have a video of it on my YouTube channel. H2 Overdrive, still available through them. Crazy Speed 2, that's their own racing game. And just kiddie rides. Bandit Express, been some talk about this one lately. Reportedly earning very well on locations where it's been installed. Galactic Force, got to play this at IAAPA. Did need some work for reaching prime time, but as a motion multiplayer theater, definitely has some promise. Armor Droid, this is a kiddie ride that actually transforms, so kind of like Transformers without the Transformers license, so kind of cool as far as technology goes. Formula Zeta, so they did not have this one, which was too bad, but it's kind of like harkening back to Sega's old Indy 500s, just newer graphics, newer motion technology, focusing on the multiplayer setup, so perhaps we'll see this one in the States before too long. Oh yeah, this is where they're promoting their bumper car games and carousels, dark rides, more bumper cars, more theme park type rides. So yeah, that's Universal Space, oops, and also known as Eunice. And Enjoy Motion, they always have these long otter brochures, but they're just promoting what they brought to IAAPA, Dido Kart 2, their go-kart kids racing game, Kitty Dido, which is a video redemption game. There's a motion and a non-motion version, which is based on the Dido Kart game, just watered down for kids. Allied Tank Attack single-seater, the original Dido Kart and Powerboat, and Street Racing Stars. These are all games that they've been manufacturing since about 2008, 2009 or so they still make them. And dual-seater for Allied Tank Attack, and then their theater-style light gun shooting games like Project X-For, which is a sci-fi game, Top Gunner, which is an alternate World War II history game, has a moving seat and the light guns, and this just gets into those details. And then just have a trade show calendar on the back. Almost done here. Game of Thrones Pinball by Stern. So I got to play this. I was surprised with some of the features. It was pretty cool. The limited edition and premium editions were definitely the ones to play and focus on, but overall it was a nice game. And here coming soon is Ghostbusters Pinball, so that'll be the one that follows this. Nice glossy little flyer. And this one, can't remember where I grabbed this one, just a hand cranking penny machine. And last but not least is MotoGP by Roth Reels and Play Mechanics. This is just promoting their latest motorcycle racing game. Had great graphics, camera for your avatar, has a fan to simulate that 4D effect, and online play so you can play against other locations that have a machine set up, and they've really been promoting the buy 4 of these units in the different colors. So they've been promoting that for leases and whatnot. But features 10 international MotoGP circuits. But, nope, nothing on the back for that one. But I guess speaking of Raw Thrills and Play Mechanics, just to show this Christmas card that I got from them. Just promoting their Ghostbusters Redemption game that they did with ICE, MotoGP there, Pink Panther Joe Heist that they did with ICE, their Jurassic Park and Angry Birds arcade games, Big Buck Hunter. So cram that all into that nice little thing there. And then we got Eugene Jarvis, Andrew Eloff, and George Petro. Sign that. So nice little card from Raw Thrills and Play Mechanics. But yeah, that's the those are the flyers that I got from IAAPA 2015, and so definitely going to have more to show with Amusement Expo coming up shortly. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.